What's going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Pink Dungeon, getting into your real raw rugged boy, and I'm cold as some polar bear toes. You hear me? She came in a bit with a snuggie on, but hey, this ain't about the weather. This is about these albums. These are my most overlooked albums of 2024 list. I think there's about 17 albums on here. Don't worry, there'll be Apple Music and a Spotify playlist in the description, so you don't have to trip out and where is it at? Where, you know what I'm saying? So it's all there. And essentially, these are like albums that I feel like were overlooked, or I didn't hear a lot of people talk about these projects when they came out. So I just want to give them to y'all to see what y'all feel about them and see how y'all liked them or whatnot. And yeah, I think y'all like them, and some of these albums y'all might not like, but nigga, I like them, so that's all that matters. So we'll get into the first one that's stuck in my head right now. This is Jack K's Deadbeat. Now, this is an album that has that early 2000s, almost like late 90s kind of punk feel, like that Green Day, like that Dookie type of sound, you know? And I think Travis Barker worked on this album a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Very, 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 very good album. I feel like this is a debut album. It has that energy that if you want it, if you miss that type of energy, he focuses a lot on lyrics. You could tell like he's really trying to write on his album. Get a Job is a song that's stuck in my head right now. Yeah, just a very catchy album. I feel like this is very catchy. If you want like a catchy punk album, Jack K's Deadbeat is the album for you. I promise you there will be multiple songs, if not multiple, at least one song stuck in your head after you listen to this. Very, 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 very catchy album that I enjoyed this year. Let's see what we want to go to next. Chanel Beads, Your Day Will Come. Shout out to Spencer McMullen. I always said it's one of my only white friends ever. He put me onto this album. I was not aware of Chanel Beads. Chanel Beads is really, really good though. I interviewed him this year. Your Day Will Come. It's almost like it infuses a lot of genres on here. I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is a true alternative album. Like this is not just only one genre because it has like dance elements, but it also has like rock influence. There's like funky parts to this album. So it's super duper hard to explain what this album sounds like. But Chanel Beads is really, really good. This is a very, very good debut album. And yeah, like I said, if an album that just infuses all those genres and is very short, it's very concise. If that intrigues you, because I don't know how to explain this album because there's a lot of sounds hitting you, but it doesn't sound like it's just too much. You know how somebody do too much, like damn, bro, you should just start the one sound. You know what I'm saying? You did a little too much with these sounds. No, it's like it's very concise. But I could tell that he's not a man that just wants to be confined to one genre, and I feel like it came off really, really good. So yeah, please go check out that album. Really, really good. Another guy who I feel like is a very young, talented man. Hey man, shout out to my guy, man, JP, man. You feel me, bro? I had to talk about that boy JP. The debut, or not his debut, but because he has albums before this, but specifically the freaking coming out party. Hey man, I absolutely love that album, bro. I would be lying if I told you if I didn't like this, bro. That Private Room, bro. I absolutely love Private Room. What else on here? The intro is fire. Of course, everybody like Bad Bitty. Love Bone is nuts. Like he could sing. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody who he's got to hone in where he wants to go, and I do feel like the sky's the limit for bro because he could do multiple genres. He could do the R&B. He could legit sing country. Like he can do anything, and he can even rap. So yeah, shout out to freaking JP, man. That ooh my love bone, shake it like one left I'm gone, and then call me on the road. That boy was singing on that album, bro. And that Private Room, bro. That. My private room. No goes I wanna go now. Which one is it? Cause I'm trying to. Hey, bro, that is such a fire song. And yeah, but I had to put JP on this thing. Another person that could sing and rap, Drum album this year. That Drum and B. Hey. As by the title, you could tell which way he was doing on this more. He was singing on here. And I really did enjoy this very short project again. That Standing is one of my favorite songs like of the year. Like that was like one of my most played songs. I play Standing a bunch. If you don't know, you know Drum. That's the I like to cha cha with a Dominican reasonable Taina. That was that funk. Of course, he has Broccoli with Lil Yachty. that drum. And drum has been pumping out like low key. Ain't a lot of people been talking about it. He been pumping out some really good music over the past few years. Because I was talking about this album that he put out last year. Was that last year? Or was that 2 years ago? I think that was last year. The what had happened was that was last year. Great album, and Drama B, he comes back with some great sing songs. And "Marry Me" sings like a song that people will probably be like playing at their wedding. Like, he's a really good artist. And shout out to Drum, man. I always tap in when Drum puts something out. Bobby Fishkill and Zaytoven. Hey man, Fish and Zay. I had to go tap in on my boy Lil Bobby. If you don't know Bobby Fishkill, everybody knows Zaytoven. If you don't know Bobby Fishkill is a Tallahassee rapper who I've always loved. He has some of the most ridiculous bars. He signed to Rock Nation. Jay-Z heard the nigga and said, "This nigga's hard." You feel me, bro? This nigga can rap his behind off. Had some of the most ridiculous bars, man. What that boy said, he raps from the perspective you would think this nigga came from a third world country, but I don't know how he was living. I'm glad he got money now, but some of his bars are concerning, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? He said his grandmama drove a Reebok. He said his grandmama had 1,000 miles on her feet. Did you mean that she was walking like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't drive no car. She drove some Reebok. What'd he say, man? He said, "I wore my daddy pants, had a time with string. I remember I was in school. I was smelling like pee." What he say, man? That boy say, bro, he got so many bars where you just like, bro, this is the brokest nigga of all time. But he's rapping at a very great level, man. What that boy say? "I used to chew the red thing around, belong to me." Hey, man, shout out. They corrupted my mind. They corrupted my soul. Hey, man, shout out to that boy Bobby Fishkill. He had crazy bars on here too, man. He had the bar about having a junkie. He made a junkie make a OnlyFans and made her get a tummy done. He said he got cool with the fat nurse to get drugs from her. Like, ridiculous bars. Very funny guy, but like I said, he can rap really, really well. Shout out to Bobby Fishkill for coming through with this little EP with Zaytoven. What else we got? Ooh, Quadri, man. This Quadri Ask a Magnolia project. Once again, 30 minutes. A lot of these are short, so I ain't gonna have you sit here and listen to some all day. Almost all of these are really, really short. Such a good project. Louisiana rapper. He kind of got like a little tiny voice like this right here. "My name Quadri. You feel me? I'm really from Louisiana. I'm from from New Orleans. I'm from the Magnolia." Like, he got that type of voice. And really good rapper. He could rap. Who's on here? Buddy's on here. I don't know if Michael Uzu. I know I always say that brother last name wrong. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. He might have did something on here. There's a few like really big producers on here that I know. Did I write them down? I didn't, because I'm super unprepared. But it's a very, very well produced project. Like I said, Louisiana rapper who can rap really well. I'm Wrong. It's a song I put on here because he quoted one of my favorite songs of all time, a Big Crit song. "Time never wait for no man. Pete the Slow Hand. Lines is all we really know. Lambs get money and split it up with my bro hands. When you go outside, don't let the door slam." He quoted that entire chorus, and I was like, "Nigga, what?" This nigga just quoted like a song that you gotta really be listening to Big Crit to even know. Lines and Lambs. Shout out to that. Yeah, man, just a really good album. Like I said, he was rapping really well throughout this entire thing. Shout out to Quadri. We keep on rap. We could talk about Q3 and Power Trip, man. Produced by Groundkeeper. Entire thing, very short again. It's only 26 minutes. I don't know where Q3 from. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie like I know a lot where Q3 from or Groundkeeper at all. But I know Q3 because he did a lot with Navy Blue. Like, he done worked on like a lot of Navy Blue stuff, and that's how I found out about bruh. And yeah, I just followed him a long time ago. I was like, "Yo, this nigga hard." This nigga, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, he's good. Then I found out that he rapped, and I was like, "Wait, he rapped too?" I just thought like, bruh, be like, you know what I'm saying, like producing this stuff. I was like, "Oh, he rap? Okay, bet." And then I'm like, "Yo, he can rap really well." So shout out to Q3. Did his thing on here. The Groundkeeper beats are very, very hard. Like I said, I do not know where he's from. I really should find that out. But yeah, if you just want some bars, this is an album just with beats and bars. If you want beats and bars, if that interests you, damn, I want a dose of beats and bars. Hey, man, this is your album right here, man. This is good rapping and good beats. You feel me? That's really what they came to do, and they conquered. So yeah, man, good album. What else can we talk about? This Big Baby Gucci album. I've always heard of Big Baby Gucci. This album, Baby Five, but I just never listened to him. His people, I think his PR team reached out to me like, "You want to interview him?" I'm like, "I guess I'll listen to the nigga." But I listened to the album. This is a straight album. This is not bad at all because he's doing a lot of things. Like I was thinking like super duper sound cloudy, but this album sounds like it's $1 million. Like the production sounds super duper expensive. If you go back and listen to his old music, it also sounds super duper expensive. He has a very great ear for beats, so that's one thing you're going to be like, damn, but there's some good beats on here. And like I said, he's doing like different things on here because like Instagram is a really good song, and that's not really like a rapidy rap song. Like he's not rapping really too much on the song. It's a different type of beat. It's like a slow pop type of beat, and like he's singing on it, but he's got like doing like a singing rap thing, but it sounds really really good. Captain Crash Out's fire. News is fire. Like I said, this surprised me because I just never listened to Bro. I didn't expect his music to sound so expensive and so good, you know. So shout out to Bro, man. Shout out to the boy Big Baby Gucci. And we got to go to one of the albums that I said is on my favorite albums of the year list. Grande Mahogany as Grande As. Now, I done talked about this man a few times on this channel, just interviewed him, talked about him like last year. Like, I've been talking about him a lot. Shout out to Grande Mahogany. He is super duper talented. How can I explain this album? This is like somebody from the 70s came and like basically hopped in a time machine. It was like, damn, this is what y'all do in 2024. I'm bringing y'all back in the day and tweak it just a little bit so it sounds a little bit modern. But this some, you feel me? This is some retro, like from Black Man from Finland. You feel me? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Fantano favorite albums of the year list. Anybody who has ears, this should be on your favorite albums of the year list. Great album. I'll talk about it more on that list. So the next artist that I want to touch on is somebody who is apparently was like a child prodigy as a jazz musician when they were a kid, and that's Daryl Johns with the self-titled Daryl Johns. This is such a good project. Less jazz influence, you can kind of hear it, but more funkier. But the real thing that you hear when you listen to this album, this sounds like, I was just talking about the time traveling aspect, this sounds like an album from the 80s. Like this sounds like that 80s pop. Like and it also sounds like it was recorded with 1980s like recording equipment. It is a blast from the past, but he is amazing. He signed to Mac DeMarco. Like I said, he's an amazing musician. The song that I have in the playlist is great, but also that Crash is insane. But that I'm so serious, cause I'm so serious. Like everything sounds like it's from the 80s. It is so beautiful. Yeah, this is a person I feel like is going to be looked upon as like very, very important in the next 5 years. This guy is, sky's the limit for him. I cannot wait to see what happens with Daryl Johns. Big Daryl Johns guy here. While we're doing self-titles, we might also go to Rio V. Another person who, you know, I got hit up by their PR. And like I said, usually when the PR hit me up by somebody, me specifically, they usually give me somebody that booty meat. It's somebody that's going to be booty meat. But, hey, very pleasantly surprised. Rio V is one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? He is really good. He's like a 20-year-old from New Jersey, and his music has like that Jersey club influence, but also like a weekend type of sound to it. So it's like Jersey club meets weekend, but kind of like Don FM weekend-ish. Not exactly, but ish, like the production wise of it. And yeah, it's really good. It's upbeat. It's happy. It make you feel good. It's dancey. And like I said, it has that weekend Don FME. You know what I'm saying? It's not all the way, but Don FME type of sound mixed with like Jersey club influence. And I love this album. This shocked me. I was not expecting to like this at all because I didn't know what it was going to sound like. But yeah, he is fire. He produced all of this, singing all over it. He's good. He's another person. I'm like, okay, I want to see what he does in the future because I can see him working with other people and making beats for other people and just like turning them up. So I'm very, very interested to see what Rio Vaz do. He's somebody who intrigues me a lot. Speaking of albums where people wrote it and did everything by themselves, I want to touch on this Isaiah Harlan album. I think I'm saying the brother last name right. And I'm gonna just read the album cover. It say, "I'll finish the lyrics later. Produced, arranged, and partially written by Isaiah Harlan. not an album, just incomplete drafts. So that's what's going on this album. It let you know everything in the cover. I'll finish these lyrics later. It is really, really good. You know what I'm saying? For it to be drafts, I don't know how I would explain what he sounds like. He's an R&B singer. And for lack of better terms, because everybody I want to compare him to, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would not know because they're not household names. He sounds vocally similar to a Bryson Tiller, but if Bryson Tiller could sing way better, I think he sings way better than Bryson Tiller. I think he's more creative than Bryson Tiller. Like I said, he's doing a lot on this album for him to be doing this all by himself. So it's like a creative, more creative Bryson Tiller. And I'm only saying Bryson Tiller because they tonally they sound similar. I think he sings better than Bryson though. But either way, really, really good project. Like I said, for these just to be, rough drafts of songs. And yeah, I like this. Once again, very short, only 30 minutes. What else we got on here? We can go into that Justin Nazuka Chlorine, man. Oh my gosh, man. Am I the only person that remember Justin Nazuka 2 o'clock in the morning on one of them MTV channels? I remember as a kid, like letting MTV just probably watching Catfish. I was a Catfish fiend. Waking up and it's still on MTV, and you'll hear this, bruh. He had that song, and cause I know that after tonight, you gonna let the stars know, no, no, no. I know that after tonight, you are gonna chase upon the stars. No, 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 no. That song was crazy to me, bro. I think it's called After Tonight, and I always kind of like, kept tapped in with him just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't always super tapped in with him, but I always knew what was going on with Mr. Nazuka. But I really wanted to tap in with Chlorine, and this probably would have been on my best albums of the year list. It's just I listened to this very late in the year and I didn't listen to it enough. But this is a really solid project, man. It was that song I was thinking like a folky acoustic type influence, and that's still prevalent here. But this is a much more alternative album. That's the best way to explain this. But yeah, man. If anybody remember Justin Azuka singing that song on MTV back in the day, let me know, man. I can't be the only one that was, cause I know that after tonight. I used to love that song, bro. Shout out to Justin Azuka. What else we got on here? Money for Water. I would say pound for pound, this is the best rapper on this list. There's some great rappers. No disrespect to anybody that I haven't talked about yet or I talked about yet, but Money for Water is a very, very special rapper, bro. I put him on the list last year, and that was probably the most checked out person on the list because a bunch of people was telling me like, "Yo, I listen to bro." I see people commenting and stuff. Yo, I found you from Eric. So I like the fact that people actually went to go listen to him because he is really, 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 really good. I love my boy Money for Water, man. Shout out to my guy. I'm more in like the Earl Mike type of lane, if that interests you. The beats here, man, he is rapping on some really, really, really stellar beats, and that kind of transitions me to the next person or the next album, Wise Boy Jeremy and Kurtie Pandy, who was the producer on this. Pumpkin Seeds. Oh my gosh, these beats are so fire, bro. Wise Boy Jeremy, he got that fly Anakin type of sound, that laid back '90s type of sound. Another New Jersey rapper. Yeah, he did his thing on this right here. I want to play a little bit of the song just so you know what type of production you're getting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just so laid back, so fire. This is that pedal to Av. I love this song right here, man. This is that. Fire, man. Absolutely great. Shout out to Wise Boy Jeremy. Had to let that ride out a little bit. Yeah, good stuff. If you like I said, if that sound interests you, that's the only song I gotta play for this whole list. I don't really gotta do too much explaining. That's the whole album right there. Very, very fire. Shout out to them boys right there. Next thing we can get into, we talking about producer rapper albums that came out, or EP rather, which is Quiet Warp Express with Richie and Fe Dorian. Richie, Injury Reserve, Fe Dorian, from my knowledge, much newer because much younger. I think Dorian's like 16, 17 or something like that. Still in high school, and great producer, raps and sings as well. Lace the beats on here. Very, very just solid EP. The intro is really good. The song with Niante is always makes me laugh. Niante said, "Oh, why are you telling war stories around white women?" I think that's a hilarious bar. I laugh at that every time I hear it. So shout out to them boys. They really they came through with a little nice little EP. What else we got on here, man? I guess we can close it out with Rom Riddles, man. Rom Riddles Galaxy. If you're not familiar, Canadian artist. Drake hopped on this song, Sweeter Man, years ago. Sweeter Dreams is my favorite project by Ram Riddles. Ever since, kind of been a little hit or miss for me. But this right here was kind of return to form. A lot of Caribbean type of music, dance hall type of music. Like dance hall influence, like adjacent Caribbean adjacent. He has his own sound. You know what I'm saying? Like he has always had his own thing going on for sure. But man, it's just silly lyrics. Like if you if you just want fun music, this is the epitome of fun. Like Ram Riddles has always been fun. Like everything in his discography is fun and silly. That is what he is, man. Like you feel me? Freaking NFT, hilarious song, man. You feel me? Like I don't even want to quote some of the lyrics because y'all been saying like, bro, what is this? But you have to hear it in the context of the song. You're like, this is funny and silly and just fun, you know, in general. So yeah, Ram Riddle's Sweeter Dreams. If you want to like, if you like kind of what you're hearing on here, go back and listen to Sweeter Dreams. One of my favorite albums of the 2010s. Like that was my favorite, one of my favorite albums of the decade by far. Love that album. Very, 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 very good album. And yeah, like I said, I feel like this is like the closest to like a return to form that we got from him since then. And yeah, that's that. That is my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me if you liked anything from here. Like if you found out about anything you didn't know about and you listened to it and you know what I'm saying, kind of got in your rotation now, comment, let me know what it was. 'Cause I'm actually really interested. So I'll leave it there. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I say what I mean. I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate. Players gonna play, man. Y'all holla at your boy now, man.